Hi guys, Passy's World of ICT, and in this tutorial we are now ready to build the home page for Robbie's Outdoor Services. So this is what our finished page will look like. A heading, we'll have a centered picture there, and down here we'll have some details. Alright, so let's get to work in Dreamweaver and start on that. Alright, the first thing we need to do is click on Create New HTML. But that would be if we were designing the page from nowhere. But remember guys, we have a template to use, and that's going to make our life a lot easier. So we need to go to File in the top left hand corner, File, New, and then we want to create Page from Template. Now Robbie's Outdoors is the site, and it's the Robbie template shown here in this picture, so we click on Create here at the bottom. Alright, that brings our page in. Notice we get this no-go symbol here, that we cannot edit the banner, we cannot change anything down the side here. The reason being is that was designed in the template. If you want to go and change any of those things, you have to go back and double click on the template over here, open that up and make the changes in the template and save it. Every time you save a template, any pages that you've built from the template will be updated. So this is Edit Region 1, and they've got some text in there already just to tell us that's where we start entering things. Now what I've done to speed things up is in Notepad I've put all of the things we need. So the first thing we need is Welcome to Robbie's Services. So I'm just going to Control C, copy that out of Notepad and paste that into here with Control V. Alright, now we now press Enter. Now this text here, we're going to highlight that, we're going to go down the bottom, and the first thing we're going to do is center it. Then we're going to start styling it here in the properties. We need a font. We're going to use Arial Helvetica Sans Serif. We're going to set the color to yellow. We're going to make it a bit bigger. Maybe bigger than 18. Let's see, 24. 24 seems pretty good. Okay, so that's that done, and it's centered using this centering item here. So that's that done. Now the next thing we need to do is insert the picture. Now we don't really need an AP div to do this, okay? We're just going to insert the image as it is, so we can go here to Common and the tree sign for images, or you can go Insert and Image, and we're going to click Thumbnail so we can see what we want. We want the cover gardening, and we click OK. And just click OK on that message. We need alternate text, which is garden hands, we'll call it. And we click OK. Alright, now that picture needs a bit of resizing. It's way too big, so just grab down the corner here and bring it in a bit. Alright, now we need to center that picture. Okay, so what we can do to center it is down here in the properties, see there's the aligning buttons. We just click the center one. We want to align that in the center. Now let's just check over in Firefox at the finished page how that's going. I think that looks pretty much the right size. Okay, back to Dreamweaver. Now at the end of that picture we just press return, and here we're going to enter our other information. Alright, so I'll go to Notepad and I'll get that and just highlight it, Control C to copy it, minimize, back here, Control V to paste it in. Alright, now that information needs to be centered, so we'll just highlight a lot of it and center it. And that was pushing it to the right, we need to center it there. The next thing we need to do is to Arial Helvetica Sans Serif for our font, and we're going to make that yellow as well. Alright, now this little address down here we want to make smaller, so we just highlight all of that, and on the size down here in properties we can set that to a size of let's say 14. Looks pretty good. Maybe even a bit smaller. Let's try something like perhaps 12. Okay, so that's our page done. Now here in the phone and fax, things don't quite line up. It'd be nice if we could push that across. Now, if you go in front of fax and just try and push the space bar, nothing happens. This is a Strange thing in Dreamweaver, you have to insert these non-blank spaces. Now how you do that is up the top here, there's an item called text. Now you click on text. At the end of text is a little black arrow where you can choose a range of things. Now the one we want is the non-breaking space. Alright, yours will probably be set at line break when you first start, so you will have to click this arrow and go to non-breaking space. Alright, we can keep now clicking on that non-breaking space symbol to move things across, but somehow our fax has gone down a line, so let's pull that back and try that again. Okay, so I'll just push that across a bit so it lines up better with phone, and we might put a non-breaking space in front of this number here as well, just by clicking that symbol. It's on the text tab that we set up. Alright, now that's looking pretty good. Alright, let's preview this. We'll preview it in Internet Explorer actually. So save the changes. Now we need a title. We better save it. File, save as. Now this is going to be our home page, so we need to call it index. That's the standard in web page design, that you call your home page the index. So we'll call it index, and we just want it out with the main things, and we'll say save. Alright, so you can see on the right hand side now index has appeared underneath our site. Alright, let's try preview it in Internet Explorer and see how it looks. So here it is. Now just click that, allow black content, and there we go. That's looking pretty good. Alright, we'll close that off, and let's now go and preview it. Back to Dreamweaver. This time we'll preview it in Firefox and see how we go. So in Firefox, we've now got it there, and hey, that's looking pretty good. And notice from our template that we automatically have the rollovers set up there. Now the last thing we need to do is, if you click on home here, we need to actually link that page we've made into the button. Okay, so back to Dreamweaver. So we save this page, we've done that, we can close that page. What we need to do is go back. Every time after you build a page from the template, you need to go back to the template. So this DWT file here on the right hand side, double click that. Now click on the home button, and down here at the bottom it's got link. Now the easiest way to link things is to use the pointer, this kind of clock or round compass symbol. Click on that and hold your mouse button down and point it over with the arrow to where index is. Alright, and then let go of the mouse button, and it will put in index HTML. So that home button now is linked to the actual index home page. You now do file save to save that change, and it will tell you pages that are using the template. The one we just built, index HTML, is using it, and you always click update here, so it'll update on that page. This panel here you can just close straight away. Alright, so that is our home page built. Wasn't that so easy from using the template? The template really makes your life easy making websites. Alright, so in our next tutorial we'll be looking at building another page, and then we'll go back to the template and link that new page in, and continue with our progress building Robbie's Outdoor Services. Okay, thank you for watching, and be sure to check out our website, Passy's World of ICT, for all kinds of free tutorials and fun things to do with computers.